What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Inside today's video, we're going to be ranking every series of Unfortunate Events characters, well, Netflix characters, from the most good to the most evil. So this will not be based around the books, it will only be based around the Netflix, so keep that in mind. The Gold Medal of Good has to go with Olivia Caliban. I mean, what she did was just very, very good, like, definitely the most caring character for sure. She even chased after the Baudelaires once they went to, I think, Esme's house, I think it was. And the Silver Medal is Violet, and I will admit she was a bit sneaky, I mean, especially when she stole those sailboats in the wide window. Yeah, but I think apart from that, she is very, very good. The Bronze Medal of Good has to go to Kit Snicket, because she's good and she's one of the more helpful members of VFD. Then we have Sunny next. In some ways, well, Sunny is mischievous. She's also, in some ways, the most helpful member of the Baudelaires, like the most helpful of the trio. And then we have Monty next. Monty was just one of the most caring guardians, and also one of the less stupid ones. Then we have Jacques Snicket next. Now, Jacques Snicket was just a brave, noble man. Need I say more? Then we have Klaus next. Now, Klaus could have been a bit, I don't know, kind of rude, not really, but yeah, he was still good. Then we have the Quagmire triplets are all going to be going next on the list, just because they were all helpful. And then we have Dewey next, because he was helpful, but he didn't last long. And then we have Jacqueline next. Now, Jacqueline, she's a bit more tough than some of the other VFD members. Not as, maybe she still is noble, but she did play a role. And then we have Larry next. Now, Larry, well, he did put in an effort. He wasn't the most helpful, but he still did well. We have Hector. So Hector might be surprising. He's definitely one of the more helpful guardians. He actually did save the Quagmire triplets quite a lot, so good on you, Hector. And we got Lemony Snicket next. While Lemony Snicket might be a bit mysterious as the narrator, he still was a good guy. He's lived a pretty hard life, though. Justice Strauss next. While Justice Strauss was very, very stupid and gullible, she also was a lot more caring than some of the other guardians. And then we have Josephine next. Josephine was once a noble woman, but she did get scared a lot, so yeah. And then we have Babs next. So Babs was not, she actually wasn't as stupid as some of the other ones, but yeah, she was definitely crazy. And then we have Jerome Swallow next. Jerome Swallow did care about the Baudelaires. He wasn't really that stupid, though. And then Phil was going to be next. So Phil, if anything, he's an optimist, alright? Also very gullible and kind of dumb, but, you know, he's the best in everyone and everything. Then we have Charles next, wrapping it up for the good section. In my opinion, Charles is the least good of the good, purely because, no, I mean, he really could have been a lot more helpful. He really could have stood up to himself and, I mean, the mill workers, because, you know, but he was caring enough. Next we have the grey area, starting off with Hal. Now, Hal was pretty kind at the start, until they backstabbing him. He probably does hold grudges. And then we have Fiona next. Well, Fiona wasn't really that bad. She did betray him in the end, so that's why she's just high. And then we have Mr. Poe and Mrs. Poe. So first we have Mr. Poe. So Mr. Poe, well, actually, let's talk about Mrs. Poe first. So Mrs. Poe, she was just uncaring. All she really cared about was getting a headline. And then Mr. Poe, I thought, was literally the definition of a useless. I'm not going to say it, but he's very useless. Okay, yeah, he's just most annoying person ever. Sorry about this, guys, but Mr. Poe. Like, he was just very gullible, alright? He was so stupid, literally the definition of stupid. And there are some people that theorize that he is a villain, but if he was a villain, he'd rank way higher. We don't know yet for sure, so he could rank higher. But Mr. Poe, he cares more about getting a bank promotion than the money. It was stated by Count Olaf that a banker here who only cares more about getting promotion than free children. And Mr. Poe proudly said, Vice President of Orphan Affairs, so therefore that kind of gives it away. We have the Carnival Freaks next, in the grey area. They weren't bad to begin with, but they did go down a little bit of a slippery slope. But I think, in the end process, they really weren't the worst, like, you know. Yeah, so I gotta say, they did realise their faults. I honestly think that Hugo's the least evil, then it will go Colette and then Kevin. And then we have the hench person in the determinate gender next. I think everyone will agree that the hench person in the determinate gender is definitely Count Olaf's nicest hench person and also the least threatening. They didn't really care. They just wanted to support Count Olaf, but they did realise their life choices in the end. So yeah, but the reason why they're in the grey area because they did help enough with his horrible crimes. And then we have Ishmael next. Now Ishmael did shoot Count Olaf. He was hiding a lot of stuff. Very mysterious man. And then we have the Bold Man next. So the Bold Man is going to be in the grey area. He didn't do as much as the others. The worst thing he did was probably tie Jacqueline to a tree. in the bad beginning. But I think apart from that, he's not the worst of the worst. Next we have the bad and evil section, starting off with Vice Principal Nero. Well, he made the Baudelaire sleep in a shack full of crabs, which in my opinion was pretty horrible, and made everyone stay up for 6 hours. made everyone watch his violent performance for 6 hours. This guy really is dirty, right? And he was also kind of mean to Olivia, his own employee. Then we have the white-faced women next. To be honest, they definitely did play a bigger role than the bold man and the hench person in the determinate gender. But I think all things considered, they did realise their faults in the end when they discovered that their sister died in the fire. But they were very loyal to Count Olaf, more than others. And then we have the Council of Elders next. The Council of Elders definitely did do quite a bit. They all were willing to burn the Baudelaires at the stake for a crime they did not commit. Well, they're just gullible and dumb. And they have lots of rules, and they go harsh on everyone that breaks their rules, which you gotta admit is pretty unhinged. And then we have the Hook-Handed Man next. So the Hook-Handed Man does rank, well, I guess, kind of the most evil member of Count Olaf's acting troupe, if you disregard Esme. But I think all things considered, he definitely did do some bad stuff, alright? Like, he definitely kind of had a redemption arc, but he's done too much bad stuff to not be in... he's done too much bad stuff, so we can't put him in the grey area. And then we have Sir next. So Sir, in my opinion, deserves to be this hard, mainly because he paid his mill workers in gum and coupons, which we got to admit is pretty unhinged. Like, and that's pretty horrible. Like, paying your money in coupons, paying your fellow mill workers in coupons, and then giving them gum for lunch it's just not good, right? It's just not good. Like, that is very that's bad, right? And he meant business. Like, him and Dr. Orwell always having shady conversations, and then we have Calmly the Spats next, in my opinion, deserving to rank in the top 5 most evil, purely because of how horrible she was. She was literally the definition of selfish, anything, like, there's lots of words you can use to describe her. She's a narcissist. She thinks she's so good. But, yeah, like, we saw, like, she, didn't even care about the Baudelaire. She just hates the orphans, and she was just so mean to them. And then she actually joined Count Olaf's troupe, kind of, in the, I think the 3rd season, so that's why she's this high. And then we have Esme Squalor ranking out of the top 3, purely because Esme was bad, alright? She was very loyal to Count Olaf. She did lots of bad stuff, and even loyal to the Sinister Duo as well. And she was just so greedy for that sugar bowl. In my opinion, the bronze medal of evil has to go to Dr. Orwell, the hypnotist. She really did hypnotize. She really hypnotized them a lot, making deals with surgeons so she could get money. And part of it was revenge because of hating the Baudelaires. Her motive for hating the Baudelaires was revenge because the parents did take away her license. I mean, you know, because they realized she was hypnotizing. And she was even about to, we guys saw her, she was actually about to throw Sunny in the fire, which definitely does earn her a lot more points. And being a hypnotist is pretty bad. Like, you know, being a hypnotist is a lot more effective than other kind of criminals. Like, she really did deal a lot of damage. Especially with Klaus, how she hypnotized him. In chopping Phil's leg off, that's what it kind of led to. So yeah, she really was evil. But the Silver Medal of Evil has to go to Count Olaf. Mainly because he was stopping nothing. He was stopping nothing to get the Baudelaires' fortune. He killed along the way. This guy has to be the Silver Medal of Evil. He did do a lot of bad stuff. And then the Gold Medal of Evil has to go to the Sinister Duo. It's because, man, they're the reason Count Olaf is what he is. They bring him down a dark path. Or a slippery slope, I should say. Well, part of the reason. And, very manipulative. They just love fire across the world, so they have to be easily the most evil of them all. That's me for my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.